Hello, welcome back to Bald and Board Games. I'm Bald.
I'm bored.
And we are going to be doing a huge, or should I say massive, because I said it like 5 times in that short, unboxing of Cysmic. No, I said massive like 5 times when I was watching it back. Why did I keep saying massive?
That was the thing in my hometown, one of the car dealerships, his line, his number one line was it's huge.
There we are.
Boom. It just says launch sideways on the top. Now it's upside down. Now it's right side up. There we go. Boom.
Yeah, so there's actually a launch button in here too, I think, which was one of the things we can get. So this is the designer all-in. So actually, we're going to go back to the front real quick. We'll show them.
Yeah.
Everything is nicely in here, already packaged, like all the expansions, all the solo stuff, all the extras. Oh, you all have that there, yeah. Got it. Good. So we're literally just going to be pulling these out one by one and showing off what we have.
Well, first,
on the top there.
Want to rotate towards you?
We made a game together. To every backer whose name follows, I want to say this as simply and sincerely as I can. Thank you. So just a big thank you. And these are all the backers of the initial run. I forget if this
is not in alphabetical order.
It's definitely not. No.
Nope.
Okay.
It's too many to look through.
Well,
if you find us, where's Waldo it, and circle and let us know.
Well, it's either going to be Bald and Board Games or it's going to be my name. We're just not going to tell you my full name. But we're going to scoot that back and just go.
Almost took the glass right off the table.
Oh, did I? Amazing. Sorry.
Actually, would have got my own game that's in here.
We're going to go one layer at a time. We're going to start with the top and. All right,
which are character trays.
And some other stuff. Woo. Oh, this is just the cover at the top. That we don't need?
Cover on the bottom. Oh.
Amazing. All right.
So we have, looks like...
Fits all right in. I love it.
So
love it.
You have, looks like a command, so maybe actions or things you can take
looks
on
like
your
cards
turn.
Definitely go up top there for sure, too.
Let's see. Ooh.
Oh, before we go any further, guys, actually, I forgot to mention... they were told I'd mention at the top and the bottom of this, so nicely, that there are copies of this still available that you can order on the GameFound site, which will have the link below. And there is a second campaign most likely coming where you can get a second printing, and there's potentially more expansions coming. So we'll also have the link for that down below. All right, back to business.
So it looks like we have a little board of actions and things here. It's double-sided. We'll find out what the difference is in our rulebook rundown. We have a little... action selection maybe, or tracking board of resources.
And these feel sturdy, which is very cool.
Character trace.
Yeah, so then looks like we have all our characters, and so these are all magnetic as well. So you can see on here, the little magnet here, I think this is actually one part of your ship here. Oh, thank God for that second view now. That's so much easier. So this actually slots into one of the larger areas. I think these are all parts of your ships. That's one of your mechs.
Yeah, he's just on a huge pedestal.
Yep. And so you have a bunch of different
mechs. We
gotta
get Elliot into this.
I told Elliot about it immediately. Immediately, I told him about it. I was like, he didn't respond back, but I was like, hey, we have a new mech battle.
He's out of town for the week.
Okay. I told Jish and everybody about it too. Some other battle mechs here. And yep, I got the wash on them, of course, every time. But that's pretty much it. So then you have more parts of your ship, more mechs to battle. Oh, this must be like a resource extractor. That's actually really cool.
And 6 players, 6 colors. Although it is weird, and games do this all the time. This is just my personal thing. So we have purplish maroon, we'll call it.
Sure. I'll go with purple.
Yeah. We have a yellow, and I almost like it's the rusty metal, or rusty metal yellow.
Oh, it's because of the wash.
No, I like it. That's why I love that. So that works. We have a green, so solid dark green, forest green, if you will. No, I'm just kidding. That's not a thing. It's a Crayola thing.
It's a Crayola thing. People notice that.
We have a burnt orange almost.
Yep.
We have your standard, which a lot of games do, a blue. That's a very dark blue.
Yeah, it's nice.
And then, out of all the other colors in the 64-color Crayola box, they went with gray. I don't care. It's just something I notice all the time. It's like, you have so many color options out there, but you're going to choose gray or black.
Well, there's some people who, black is a legitimately favorite color. And so you're not going to give black. You wouldn't be able to see the details, so gray's the next best thing. So I get it. You have your purple. I'm just like, they don't have a red for me. Like
So exactly. It's like you could have done red.
But I also understand that because of this little plastic red piece, it wouldn't differentiate if you had a red thing on this red piece. So again, I get the possible design element there as well. So I'm not mad about it. But those are great. Again, already like pre-packaged in their spot. Everyone has their own tray, so you can literally have this tray next to you while you're playing, and just taking your mechs out as you need them. I don't think that's too much in front of us. Actually, that. Next up.
Ooh, nice. Perfectly set up divider. Nothing's gonna be flying around. It's all held in place. We love that.
So we got some books here. This definitely goes on the outside to form the board. Let's see how big this boy is here.
We'll go to this view. Move this out of the way for a moment.
Snug fit. That's not the correct side. That is.
Colors. I could have done that one. That was what game was I setting up? Where? Oh, we were setting up. Where we just played? Klondike? Nope. I don't know why I keep calling it Klondike. Labyrinth. I don't know why.
You're calling it Klondike?
I don't know why. Every time I thought of that game, Klondike is the first thing that pops in my head.
It's probably because of the Chronicles that comes afterwards, and your mind just...
But yeah, Labyrinth has a thing. It's just all the colors on the corners.
So that is...
Oh, a little farther.
Yeah, further. So this is, I mean, it's your planet. This is your entire board. So a little snug on the pieces that connect on the outside. Probably going to get a little dinged up as you pull them apart. He'll probably correct that in the second printing, because you probably noticed that as well. I could see him potentially the second printing and looking to make these potentially acrylic also, or maybe a little bit sturdier, which is fine. I'll buy the upgrade if that is something that he's doing. I can't imagine that would be a free upgrade, because it's not one that's needed or fixing a problem. But yeah, this is cool. So you're going to end up having tiles out here of the different regions of this planet. And I think from what I remember from when I saw the game earlier is like they slowly are like falling apart. Like a random tile is pulled from a bag that tells you what sector, what pattern to remove, and it just falls out. So if you have a mech on that spot, like, bye-bye.
Nice.
So really cool. So I'm going to take this apart now so we can start looking at the other things. Things that they do come out fairly easily, which is good, but it's definitely at some point going to pull up a little bit.
He's doing that. Basic here, we have 6. It's called Countdown, Save the Colonist. That must be one of the expansion modes. And then you have how to play competitive and all of the iconography. So typical player aids, very good material, very solid, very inclusive of like everything that's going on. So you have all of your card icons, you have different terrains and how those impact things. You have, as I throw them all, your setup here, color-coded nicely. So very good setup player aids. And then a single one for solo mode.
Nice. Something
sorry,
I was going to say something that he went into this game with, that he made everyone well aware at the start of it, is he was kind of over games that have a million different pieces of iconography that you all need to learn individually to play. So he really leaned heavily into making sure that there was very precise text that kind of went with everything. So you didn't have to spend time looking up what things meant. So on everything, you should see exactly what it means, other than certain tiles that, come out that you may need to know about.
Yeah, I got some cubes, probably for tracking different skills or columns or whatnot.
Yeah, so these look like they're the same colors as the players.
Yeah, so probably get cubes for tracking your different resources and things of that nature.
Because they have little wells.
I'm assuming it's those.
Yeah,
columns
so they probably end up putting them in the little wells and stuff.
So there's those ready to go.
Like they might. I was looking here too. So on here, there's some spots for clearly cards, items, and potentially the cubes. So you can also have those
and then
right in there.
The boards cover right on top to hold them in.
Yep. And this is not a box you're going to be flim-flailing around at all. These here. Yep. All right. So then we have some tokens here. Different colors. Nice, hefty tokens. These are nice. Right, so here it says Crew Bridge. And the other side says that, which is, broke it. No crew bridge. Crew bridge with an X through it. And so,
like these unlocked and locked.
These look like are all of the different pieces of your ship.
Right, so if you have them or don't have them.
Right.
Nice. That's a very unique style. It's like you just have a token. If it's unlocked, it's on one side. If it's locked or unavailable, it's on the other side.
Something like that. One for each. Cool. And so we'll figure out how to organize these during the rulebook rundown and stuff, of course. Oh, those are definitely for the tokens for where the seismic activity happens. I think those big triangle ones, yeah.
That would make sense because those wouldn't be in a bag. Those would be on a fireboard.
Yeah. Nice clinkage. Love a good clink. All right, so he was giving me that guy there, which I think are for these, if I remember correctly from the little bit that I saw looking into it. I went back and forth on this game initially, and then when I actually watched them playing it, I was like, oh, hell yeah. I'm down. Absolutely. So these here...
When you watch a gameplay, I'm just like,
yeah,
purchase.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
Some of them I jump right in. Some of them I just know for sure.
Well, some companies we know.
Like, I know, yeah, the companies definitely help. But so on one side here, you have the different topology, right? So this is the tundra area. And on the other side, it looks like you have the part of the tundra that will be collapsing. And so it looks like it kind of collapses in sections. So all the way across. And I believe you're pulling them out of this bag randomly. So you never really know what is going to be coming out. I'm going to actually just throw these all in right now while you're unboxing and unwrapping over there. And so they're all the same. It's just, of course, this one's the rocky area. You've got your wetlands. Savannah. The forest. Yeah, there we go. What does that say? Desert.
Desert.
And then these ones look intense. Pull 2 more tokens. Oof.
No, it's like hazard type things, maybe.
Devastated, whatever that means. Pull 2 more tokens. False alarm. Nice. So I guess this is supposed to symbolize that there's predicted seismic activity, maybe. False alarm. And a colony city. Nice, so they'll just go right into. We're going to throw them in for now. We'll take them out if they need to be in there later. Just pull these little bags off to the side. Let's save that for now in case we never need those for something else. All right, so before we get to the cards here, we have the last couple things. Looks like we have some damage markers here. It looks like we have some seismic activity markers of some sort, maybe. Oh, these are cool. These are like some interesting metal. I wonder if these are like artifacts or something. But these are like some metal artifacts of some sort. Oh, they're very cool. Nice heft to this bag. Love the detail so far in this. All right. So what else we got over there?
All right. We have a bunch of cards. But first, we have a little like tracking sheet. So it's like Echoes of Humanity. So players can turn inhumane. They have a date of tragedy, and then like their faction, what souls they got lost. So
might be an expansion thing too. Might be for solo. I don't know.
We'll find out.
Cool.
Then we have a bunch of decks of cards. So first up, we have the Espionage. So espionage cards, it looks like all of them have a sabotage side and exploit side.
Maybe you choose.
Yeah. So while this, so one of them sabotage says, while this option is in play, some of them could say immediately. So you might choose, or maybe it chooses for you. It says draw a card and you get red or green. But obviously they all have different impacts on the game.
Cool.
We have Discovery. Boom. Nice cool deck there of cards. There's some type of impact, -1, -2, +2, +1.
There's dice in there that look like you match that.
Oh, there we go. So how many dice you get or lose.
Or -1 off your roll, maybe.
Or maybe off the roll, yeah. And then there are a bunch of actions that impact things. So what you can do, gain control of a colony city. and then it looks like there's a bottom thing here. So maybe this is either iconography indicating what that means, or it is one or the other.
Yeah,
that would actually answer that, because those are the same, and those are very different things talked about. So this is probably going to be you choose the bottom as an action, or the middle as an action, or the bottom as a benefit.
Like a resource, something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
Cool.
We have the command deck. I'm not going to shuffle this.
Cards too.
But this is all of your units. So you have your soldiers, speakers, miners, harvesters. You have tactic cards here, ships, more tactics, more units. Put the units down here.
Those might all be. So for when you have them out, probably tells you what you can do with them. It looks like.
Yeah, so it looks like there's 6 of each, so each player would get everyone. So this will probably get separated. And it might be put in the player trays. So you just have your cards right in front of you, which kind of is nice, because then you can just look at all your cards and be like, oh, okay, this is what this unit does, without indicating which exact unit you're looking at.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
We have some little.
Oh yeah, so those were relics. So that's
relic cards.
These guys here.
To go with that. And these all have tactical advantages or tech upgrades, so positive things that'll help you out, most likely. For this one, wealth expansion. If you start your turn with 5 or more lorium, which is this purple crystal type resource, gain an additional lorium.
Cool. Dropship access here says tactical advantage. When you deploy your units, all spaces adjacent to your normal deploy locations are also deploy locations. So maybe like it lets you deploy to a bunch of spots at one time.
It also looks like there are a very few. So a bunch of them say 1p. Almost all of them say 1p, but a few of them don't. So there's a few here that maybe impact everybody. I'm not going to look at what they do, because I don't want to know yet.
Yeah. I know you spent a lot of time in the rulebook, so I expect the rulebook to be very precise, because he really wanted to make sure it was streamlined for how you're choosing to play.
Right.
So we'll see.
Next up, one of my favorite things in any game.
Objectives?
Personal missions.
Hell
Objectives,
yeah.
yep.
Nice.
So, yep, you have your... Oops.
Oh, man.
My cards.
Your hands
it's too early.
Your hands
it's
are still waking
noon.
up. Yeah.
So, different things you're trying to accomplish. I'm assuming these would be personal, where they're hidden from the other players.
I like the blueprint background. That's fun.
And then you have another set of those unit cards to explain what they do, but this is the expansion of Countdown Save the Colonists.
Yes, I wonder if that goes to this like similar color format.
Probably. So yeah, here it's little information about what you're doing, and then how those units impact the game.
Cool.
And then we just bring this back, and they all, right now at least, they just all go into different slots, however they fit. We will look at the actual graphic or everything in the rulebook later to see if there's a very particular way to put them, but it seems fairly nicely organized.
Yeah.
Is that... Yep, there we go. This one goes here.
Sure.
Cool.
Then these are all in here.
These are, they're just sitting in different sections.
Yeah, we will get this all put away properly off screen. That way you don't have to watch us do it. Hopefully he has a, hey, this is where everything goes.
I'm assuming so.
Sort of thing. So we'll find out.
And again, it looks like a few of these will end up in the player trays as well, especially like these tokens.
On there.
What? No, this is...
Was it right here?
Was it? Oh, they were.
Yeah.
And those are right there. Ish. Nothing was in that bag to start. I think that bag was empty, but right there.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we get it over here. For now.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, we'll make sure everything is put away properly.
We'll do that right before the rulebook rundown.
I mean, that's though.
Yeah, so when you see the rulebook rundown, it'll be like, hey, everything is where it's supposed to be.
Let's get that there for now. All right, next. What's this?
What? Oh. A little piece of stickiness.
Some terrain, some 3D terrain. I believe, again, the 3D terrain, I think, was also an additional thing that you had to get. So, of course, I did. Because, of course, I am. But look at these mountains. These things are really cool. It looks like actual topography. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, the holes.
It has
tits.
A lift, so these can sit in there without sliding around. But you can see from the top down, but from the side, these are very, very cool. And they have the different colors for the different regions as well. So it's not like a generic, like one-colored mountain. So clearly the tundra, you know, you have your savanna, your desert, your forest, your grassland, I forgot what it's called. And then the rock one.
Plains.
Maybe. That's the savannah. Plains.
Uh.
So then we have a bunch of stuff in here. Let's get this off to the side and we'll show you little by little. So here, these are the dice that we were talking about. So you have some red and some yellow dice, which on those cards, it referenced red and yellow die -1 plus this or that. So something having to do with
maybe, because I'm assuming we're attacking each other. I would love if one, yes, one, because it looks like they're the exact same, but it'd be like, oh, one player gets one color for attacking, the other player gets the other color for defending, and then it's just like, okay, regardless of what color die you have, you get +1 or -1, etc.
Yeah, very cool. These are those crystals that you were referencing.
Yes, the Lorium.
The Lorium. Get one out here so you can really see what it is. Okay, awesome. Like if these, they look like they go on the board, like they sit flat. So these are on the board and you're looking to go collect them. Like just, again, incredible. There's something about, again, it's very expensive to make things 3-dimensional. But in a game like this, just having a flat piece that was the picture of that is not as impactful of actually being able to get that thing, which is awesome. But I do think that in a more base version, you will just have like punch outs that'll go on there that are those pieces. But there's nothing wrong with that, kind of what I'm getting at. But this is definitely better, so definitely upgrade if you can. Oops, sorry.
We have a 1 very large die and Nick's favorite face. Just death every time. So we have an infinity, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then an X. Don't know what this will do to impact the game, but looks like sometimes you might roll this die.
We have 4 other dice here that do something. Maybe this determines if you're pulling something from the bag, like the Cysmic. Maybe also the resources that you get. Maybe while you're gathering resources, you're risking setting off seismic activity.
Or it could be like start of turn you have to roll, and that's like your kickoff event type thing.
Maybe.
I've seen a bunch of games.
Yeah. Those are cool looking. I don't know, I'll put them back in the bag.
A bunch of little things for each color.
These are flags.
So what you're colonizing, I'm assuming.
So there's 2 yellow, 2 orange, and then 1 of each of the others. So I wonder if in like solo play or something, you have like one party primarily using that. I have no idea. Like the AI maybe. No clue. But there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this for that, but then there's significantly more
7
yellows than the rest of these.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7.
This is an up to 6-player game, so you could be playing with all colors.
Right. So this would probably be the primary. 7 flags for each color.
If you're playing with less, then it recommends using those for like AI or something, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Or neutrals.
Possibly.
All right. Then we have a bunch more cards. So we have another deck of discovery cards.
Ooh.
The ones in there you saw, those were the ones with the little dice symbols that matched these dice. We have more here. So we have planetary events, which are yellow. We have green, which are reactions. So again, you have the dice symbol, the potential effect, and then maybe the resource gainage or whatever happens on the bottom. And then we have some gray ones, which are actions. I'm assuming these will all get shuffled together into one large discovery deck.
We'll find out.
We have that. We have subroutine cards, which have a bunch of different things going on here. Don't know what any of this does, but it looks like they have 3 subroutines per card. So 1, 2, and 3, which on our player boards, we do have command 1, 2, 3.
That might be. So like it says auto opponent, like an auto opponent.
So this might be the solo deck.
Yep, auto opponent. So that's probably a random deck you're flipping to see what they do. So it's an AI deck, I assume.
This is their player action cards.
Nice.
Then we have a strike deck.
Ooh.
Strike deck still has those things, and it also has the symbol from the other dice. So you have the different things there. So if you roll the 4, roll the X, roll the infinity. Unknown how you, like maybe you roll and then draw a card based on the outcome. Unknown. We'll find out.
That might also be it. It's like maybe when we do something, we roll this, but then for like the AI deck, instead of them rolling, they just draw their card and it's like, oh, we're doing this thing, and that's the roll they got.
And then we have a bunch of player cards here.
Yeah. So I think our
the first two here are your AI opponents. So it says very specifically 1P. There we go. So that makes sense for the deck. So the 1Ps are going to be the solo cards.
One player. Makes sense.
Yeah. Let me check that out. And then we have all the rest. And it specifically says 2+, 3+, 4+. So based on how many players you're playing with, what cards you should have available to you.
Oh, nice.
And it gives you setup instructions, gives you your starting units, a little story. It shows here colony ship command. It has different stars. And then on the back, it gives you some more information about their abilities as a faction. So these are all your different factions you can choose from.
Instead of I rest my case, it says it says on the front too. Arrest my case. Yeah.
Yeah.
Liberty Bells, Gemini Twins, PQS.
That's
Trickster, those behind
Pollux
the wall.
and Castor.
Waits for success. Yeah. Nice. Cool. Those will be fun. Just put those right there for now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Boom.
That's that tray. Again, everything, we'll make sure everything's in their proper spots afterwards. Okay. So, oh, interesting. There might be another kind of game in here.
What do you mean? That goes in the middle of the...
No. On the back side. There is... I didn't know that you were including this, sir.
Hold on.
Battle chess.
Hold on. There we go.
I had no idea this was part of what he was doing on the back side of the main board.
Oh.
It says battle chess. And it
so
tells you what
pawn,
your pieces
rook,
are.
King, queen, bishop, knight. So your typical chess pieces.
Yep.
And then using the discovery cards, attacker... Ah, there we go. Attacker is red. Defender is yellow for the dice. That makes sense. I love that. Defender unit defeated if the attacker total is higher. Attacker unit retreats if the attacker total is equal to or lower. And then you draw discovery cards. There's those little seismic markers in the abyss, which are the red spaces.
Yeah. You have your discovery cards over there and stuff, and holding areas. That's really cool. I had no idea that was
Origin space marker. There's those little mini things.
More flags, yeah. That's cool.
What's on the other side of this?
The other side is what goes underneath.
There we go.
So showed you the rim beforehand, right? So the rim you still do, and you put it around the outside here. And it's because you're going to be putting a bunch of tiles down on the board, and so the rim helps hold it in. Kind of like there's another game called Ice. It does the same thing. This way, when you take tiles off the board, you start to expose these molten areas below. So you can it really looks like the world is starting to cave in on itself. So very, very cool. I'm impressed. I was not expecting the battle chest side there.
That's awesome.
Great use to all your components to give a second game within the game. Very cool.
All right, and then back to, we'll go mid view for a moment. So they did include another thing. We're not going to necessarily read this, but it's another thank you card from them. So it goes very personal into a thank you, goes over everything.
Yeah, so we're talking about the wild. It's
like a story and everything about.
So if you were part of the campaign, you'll find that Jason was very, very communicative the entire time, going over literally the entire process, which is helpful to see the ebbs and flows for us as we are working on our own games and stuff. But communicating, again, like every little piece, instead of letting there be a big gap between communication and then saying, oh, we're running into some problems with this and that. Like, no, he made sure he communicated constantly. Every time there was a major issue, saying, hey, here's the issue we're having. Here's why it's frustrating. Here's how I'm trying to fix it. I'll keep you updated again. And sometimes you would get 2, maybe 3 updates in a month to make sure that you were up to date on everything that was going on. And so far, it has been worth it. So this just kind of continues that whole thing here. So thank you, Jason, for everything that you've done so far. We are really looking forward to the game.
So we have the rule book here. We're not going to go through this yet. That'll be our next video. But this will be, we walk through, go through how the game plays, set up all of the fun things. Very colorful. I flipped through a few pages there.
We'll still flip through here.
Yeah, very colorful. Shows examples. So good start. of how a rulebook should be.
Right in the front cover here, it gives you the, hey, go here. And this is the color coding and the page number if that's what you want to learn. So
talks about the expansion.
We're going to jump right to espionage, all that. Competitive mode, which is probably the primary mode, I assume.
Yeah, looks like
you're doing. Yep, battle test the back. Cool. It says 20 minutes per player. We'll definitely test the bounds of that for sure. But great feeling rulebook.
Add a 0 to that.
Almost, it feels like a comic book.
And then we have here, they gave us a 1 per player quick start guide. Very straightforward. It says clearly on the top, it says, the components provide great self-description of how they work, and the player aid provides turn, procedure, and combat process. This guide in combination should be a good beginner for a seasoned gamer to get started with the competitive mode. So it goes over the expansions, it goes over the objective, the round structure. Inside goes over a bunch of kind of highlights of verbiage and what your resources are and all of that. And then on the back, how to win the game. So this isn't necessarily something we'll do in the rulebook rundown. They'll be in the rulebook.
Yeah.
But this is just kind of the highlights. You can glance through it and be like, here's my turn order. Here's what I have to do to win the game. Here's what these different resources are and all about.
It'll definitely come into play, obviously, with a review we do ultimately. And I can already say right now that something that's a positive for me is the material this is made out of. It's made out of like almost like a plastic material that the other, I think the player is made of a similar thing. But the reason why is this is not going to tear on you, and it's gonna get
Let's test it.
It's gonna get less wrinkled with whole cans over here, like how he's typically flipping through these things. And so, good job making sure that something that's gonna be flipped a lot is gonna last. That was, I know that had an extra cost to it, but it's definitely worth it.
Then the other thing here, which this will be done off screen,
there it is.
but we have the whole storage system. So it shows all 4 trays that we've brought out onto the table, how to set them up, how to put everything away, and where it goes. Amazing. So very nicely colored and diagram oriented.
Marvelous. That is what's needed for games like this. But I will say a step ahead is the fact that everything is, for the most part, already put away except for the cards. Like it
which
came
makes
that
sense.
way, which is incredible. Well, a lot of times you get like the big box, you get a bunch of little boxes that end up being.
Mostly the cards make sense. It's just wrapped cards. Yeah.
But so less waste. So ironically, about a game where a planet's being destroyed, you are helping save this one.
Yeah. So then we have a few other boards here and then some more resources. So we have a seismograph board. So based on the number of players you're starting with is how much space you have to work with. And there's the fracture.
So I wonder if like when you roll, like on those little dice, when you seismic, you add another one. And when it gets to here, you take something out of the... interesting.
And then we have the countdown, save the colonists. Again, this is the expansion.
Ooh, cool.
So it looks like you're going to be tracking points up to 120 potentially.
Very cool.
So this, I don't know if this specifically is an expansion or a module sideboard. We'll find out. Boom, boom. We have another one of these boards, which is interesting.
Artwork on the back here, so highlight that.
Oh, yeah.
Great. Non-AI artwork.
We have another one of these boards, which looks very similar to the ones on each of the player trays. So don't know why we have another one, but the back of this one is just generic artwork, which also looks kind of dope. These have stuff on the back, right? This exact same thing, it seems like, unless some words are different. We got to figure that out.
This might be for, again, that same thing. Maybe it has different abilities and stuff. I don't know.
And then we have a blueprints board. So
cool.
It looks like you need 2 pieces of each of these blueprints to create it. It looks like there might be a seismic activity for the fracture when you're completing part of it, but you unlock different blueprints.
Cool. Also probably part of solo. Blueprint mission board has that symbol there, which has awesome cards.
Oh, maybe. Oh, well. And then we have the last tray of goods. Oh, there we go.
You do medium deal.
That's true.
Yeah. There we go.
All right. Yeah, these are a bunch of your tiles now to build out the game board.
So remember I was telling you that some of these pieces were magnetic, right? So as you are building out your ship, it'll go into this here. And you can see in there's some metal brackets. I'll make sure. So you have this here. It is magnetized.
Oh, here he was in the way.
Right in there for you. And so little by little, you will be putting these pieces in. There is a specific order that they go in as well. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's how that one goes. I'm going to put it together for you so you can see. While you continue undoing stuff. Boom. And these are standing up on the board in whatever your base area is, I believe. These engines, yep. That's definitely the bottom for sure. Where's my top? There we are. Bam. So, ship made, and then it would be time to launch. There's just like a little launch button, just to push for fun.
Yeah, your hand ruined my joke. I went to do it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were doing that.
I was gonna do I'm Groot.
Oh, I thought you were just making fun of me.
No, I guess the whole thing. He's like, do you understand what I'm saying? I'm Groot.
Do you want to do it again?
Nope. Ruined it the first time. Yeah, so we have each of these for the different colors for the players. We have a bunch of, looks like neutral tokens here. So these little space probe stands or something that'll go out, assuming across the board.
Oh, thank you.
That's all you. I don't need popcorn.
Oh, you don't need popcorn?
No. Some popcorn. Sorry, Clove. I dropped yours.
That's crazy. You don't need popcorn.
I have the wires still from like when I had braces back in the day.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah,
It's just annoying.
I don't have mine anymore.
Like on a rare occasion, I'll have kettle corn if it's like at a fair because it's so fresh and perfect.
Yeah. You can really stuff these out and put them in there.
Yeah. So we have a few different, like these. I'm assuming these are neutral markers that'll just be out there.
I said they look like reactors.
All right, and the final piece of the puzzle for Cysmic is the tiles. So we have your different sectors. So we have the wetlands, we have the tundra, we have the deserts, we have a rocky road, we have the forest, and we have the savanna. As well as, so each of these, obviously on the other side, will have the tile markers. Some of these will have different indicators on them, if there's a building there or different things. And then you have two final ones here. We have a co-op mode Colony City launch pad, and then you have the Colony City. So assuming the Colony City will go down when someone finds the colony and marks it as theirs, that'll just replace the tile.
This is one of those tiles
and that's a 5
in the Cysmic bag. That like when you pull this.
Yeah, but that was also on the cards. Was like conquer the Colony City. And then these, easy enough, just slide right. Right here, you're good. Right there. So literally slide, boom, right back in here. It looks like you have 3 stacks on each side. Will fit. Boom, 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 and then 1 and 1. And those slide nicely in.
Yeah.
I don't want to call out. Game first is awesome. Storage is great, what we've seen so far. The only thing I wish they did, because I don't know how these are going to go out, and this might change when we do the rulebook, would be like a slight break for each color. Like if we're only pulling a certain amount of each color out, like have a little indicator break to be like, oh, here's. But maybe they all come out and get shuffled together.
1 to 5, that's a triangle. I think it's.
I don't know. Maybe by amount of players. I don't know. We'll find out very shortly.
You fill up this entire board every time, or at least most sections. Maybe you have like for lower player counts, you fill up only.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
And you may just randomly choose one like section to not fill in, like tundra and stuff like that.
But overall, there it is.
Yeah.
These all just obviously will slide back into the box here. So this just slides there, that slides there, and all these would just boom slide right back in. I was gonna put them all down, so showing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, they just all literally slide back in. You have all your player boards up here, the 3 other trays. Again, we will go through this nice handy dandy player aid here in a moment, or storage aid, and put it all back together for you.
Yeah. But that was our unboxing of Cysmic. Most games this size would have taken forever to fully go through and do an unboxing of that.
He was like 90 minutes. I'm like, that's insane.
Well, because most games have a bunch of miniatures, you have to open everything, unwrap everything, put it away.
And there's no punch boards in this. Like other than unwrapping the little tiles, which is super easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no punch boards or things mixed together, so each card set was independent. Very nicely done.
Yeah, I do have to double check. I thought that the the tiles that went down onto the actual mat, like the board, were supposed to be acrylic as well, like the hexagon ones we just showed you last. There might have been an update saying that that wasn't happening, but I have to double check to make sure if that's supposed to be the case. If so,
we'll look that in the guide as well. We'll look it up.
Yeah, if so, I'm sure I could just reach out to him and let him know. He's been, again, very responsive. So if this interests you, again, just for clarity's sake, he did ask me to let everyone know, and I'm happy to, because I'm very excited about this. As you can see from the quality of this game, how it's the thought that's gone into it to put it together, the pieces, everything, giving you an entire separate game on the backside of the main board as well, which we didn't even know about, is fantastic. He does have extra copies of this right now at the original GameFound link, which you can find below, as well as he's going to most likely be doing a second print run with some added expansions as well, potentially, he said. And we'll have a link for that one down below also.
Yeah, and yeah, if you're interested in the game, but maybe you don't know if it's for your type of game group or whatnot, check out our next video. We'll go through the rulebook. You'll get a generic understanding of how it works, how setup is, how intricate it might be or may not be.
Yep.
And then we will eventually get a playthrough up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of Cysmic, probably with at least 2 friends. So we have a bunch of friends who love mech games.
Yeah. Well, we'll try to get this in sooner rather than later than trying to wait for a specific month where it fits in. I think our friends would really enjoy this one. So
End of the world kind of fits madness.
End of the world kind of fits madness. Hey, if we can fit it in at some point, I'm good. But thank you for watching this rulebook this unboxing of Cysmic. We've got to do the rulebook rundown now. So definitely look out for that video and join us here again. I'm Bald.
On board.
And we will see you
at the end
on
of the
the
world.
planet.